Hi, my name is Utopia Langley from ShesGotFlavor, and today I am going to show you how to make creamy crab Belgian waffles. They are going to be delicious. Why? Because we are going to use my Krusteaz Belgian waffle mix. I love this brand. I have tried so many different brands, and honey, no one can compare to this one right here. It's tender on the inside and just a little bit crispy on the outside, just the way you want your Belgian waffles to be. They are going to be delicious. And then we're going to top it with some crab meat, creamy crab at that. Oh yeah, you're going to love it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and make our waffles, and it's really simple. The Krusteaz recipe is right on the box, and it's so simple. So you want to make sure that when you measure out your powder that you pack it in and you use a knife or a spoon or something to just, you know, cut off all the excess to make sure you have just the right amount. So you're just going to put your powder in, just like so. And then we're going to add our eggs to that. And then we're also going to use our water. Now, in order to get your Belgian waffles nice and tender, you want to use your water at a temperature of about 55 to 60 degrees. If you use this kind of cold temperature, it helps to make the waffle just a little bit more tender. So I'm going to keep that in mind. And then the last thing I'm going to use is my oil. It's that simple. And then what we do from here is we just stir it up. What I normally do is after I've finished whisking up my mix, I go ahead and I just grab a measuring cup here and I just pour it in. And I do that because it's just a lot easier to pour your mixture into your waffle iron. Okay, and then you just take your waffle mix and then you just pour it right into your waffle maker, and you want to spray your waffle maker to make sure that your waffle doesn't stick. You see how easy that was by using that measuring cup? And then we're just going to close it up and get it ready. So I just wanted to point out really quickly, so this obviously is the Krusteaz light and crispy Belgian waffles, but for those of you who have a gluten allergy, or maybe your children do, you can still make this recipe for them. All you have to do is turn over on the back and they explain to you how you can use this mix to make your gluten-free buttermilk waffles. Okay, so once your waffles are made, you're just gonna lightly butter them. They smell delicious, and we're gonna set them aside. I am gonna take a piece of foil and just cover them. And then what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go ahead and make our crab mixture, and this is going to be so easy. So what I've already begun to do is melt our butter in a saucepan, and we are going to add in our leek soup mix. Now you notice I did not make the soup. We are literally using the mix, and we're going to create somewhat of a roux. Okay, so we're going to add that in, and then we're going to also add in our white wine and our honey. This is going to be so delicious, guys. Add in our honey. And then what we're going to do is take my wooden handy spoon here and just stir this up. Now this mixture right here is going to thicken, and that's what you want because you're creating a roux for the sauce. Okay, and this is what you want to see, that nice thickness right there. So from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to pour in our chicken stock. And then I am also going to pour in our half and half. And this is going to be so delicious, guys. And don't worry about how runny it is initially, because again, we created our roux with the leek soup and the butter and the white wine and the honey. So it's going to thicken up on you. Don't you worry. We're just going to let it simmer until it thickens up a bit. And then we're going to add in our crab meat and our cheese. Okay guys, so you see our sauce is thickening up, and I did get a whisk because it seems to thicken up a little bit better when you have your trusty whisk with you. So what I'm going to do now is I have seasoned my crab meat up with a little bit of seafood seasoning, and then I am just going to dump it all in. And you know, you can be generous with this. I used about half a pound of crab meat, but if you love crab meat, you know, feel free to use extra. And then I'm going to fold that in so that every piece of crab has just a little bit of sauce. Oh, actually a lot of sauce. And then the last thing that I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and add in our Asiago cheese. And this is, oh my God, this is just topping it with a little bit of heaven. All right. So again, I'm going to, so now that our cheese is melted down, it doesn't take long. As you can see, our creamy crab sauce that's going to go on top of our waffles is ready. And then here, all we're going to do is make a quick sunny side egg, and then we are going to be ready to plate this. Those of you who do not know how to make a sunny side up, it's really simple. Melt some butter in a pan, frying pan, or you can use oil. I chose to use butter today. You're going to crack your egg. Be careful not to get any of the shell. You're just going to drop it right in. Okay? And I'm going to add 2 here because I have 2 waffles, and I want to have 1 egg per waffle. So all you do is just let that cook up. We're not going to flip it. We're not going to do anything to it. After it gets to the right consistency, we're going to go ahead and top it on our waffles. Okay, so we're all done. So we're going to take our Belgian waffle. We're going to take us a nice, healthy scoop of this creamy crab. Look at that. Look at that Asiago cheese. And just pour it right over your waffle. So you get me a little bit more because I know how delicious this is, honey. Yes. Just a little bit more. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this aside, and then I'm going to grab my sunny side up egg, and be careful not to hurt your yolk. And I'm going to lay it right on top of that creamy crab. And then, just to make it a little bit pretty, I have a little bit of cilantro. You could use parsley or cilantro just to give it a little bit of color on top. This is more of just a garnish. And there you go. All right, guys, this is my favorite part. It is time to taste our creamy crab Belgian waffle. Here we go. Oh yes, oh yes. Look at that crab and that yolk. Oh my goodness, this is going to be so good. Let's see, nice and buttery, tender waffles. Here we go. You're gonna love this. I look forward to making many more recipes with Krusteaz brand. But honey, this one right here you have to try. See you later. Bye bye.